If you look at the share price, it really is getting slammed. What's your message to investors today?
I would say that for the last 6-7 months, we have been speaking to the investors, trying to explain that in order to expand market, and we need to expand market in our business, we need to reduce the prices. So we increase affordability. Of course, it was well publicized that in the US, the prices from a very high level were coming down within the GLP-1. Our company is quite concentrated compared to many other pharma companies within the GLP-1 segment. So when you, of course, get a pricing headwind on your GLP-1 products, Wegovy and Ozempic, you feel the pressure of that more. But also on the back of course, being a focused company and being the best in what we do, we feel very confident that the volume buildup will happen script by script, and we have seen the early signals of that with our Wegovy pill launch. So I'm very hopeful that while we're disappointing the investors today on a short-term price decrease, they will be quite happy to see that we will be able to obtain a lot of gain from the volumes that entails within diabetes and obesity.
So you're basically saying, look, trust us until this happens, right? Until the volume uptake makes up for the price decreases. When? Is it this year? Give us a timeline of when you think you'll see that turn.
I think what most people would recognize with diabetes and obesity, this is a condition that unfortunately affects billions of people. Close to 2 billion people have diabetes, obesity, and overweight. Everyone also knows that together with our competitor, we are only treating some 20 million of these billions of people. Everyone notices that GLP-1 market as a segment is growing, and we have been able to actually show that we can take part of that growth. This year we'll be growing once again, and we'll be producing more than ever before, treating more patients than ever before. But of course, when your base gets repriced in the United States and US is some 55% of our business, you will basically see the headwind and the result of that within 2026. I am much more hopeful as we pass through this period that the volumes will compensate for the price decrease that you've seen.
I mean, given where we are now, can you rule out another round of layoffs?
We don't have any plans of mass layoffs, but I also tell our own employees as well as the external world that we are readjusting our business as we go forward. And as a result of that, in pockets of the company, we will be hiring more. I think right now, currently, we have some 400 open positions. But there are other parts of the business where we are reducing our capabilities. So that's business as usual. What you saw last year with 9,000 employee cuts is not in the plan for 2026. And as long as we grow and make more patients into our products, come into our products, then of course it's more of an upside than a downside when it comes to headcounts.
And this would be for the whole year, so you're basically ruling that off, even if the uptake in volumes could take longer than expected.
I am right now looking at the first early signs of volume uptake. That's our Wegovy pill that after 4 weeks has been given to 170,000 individuals. If you put that in the context, that's 2 times more than tirzepatide did in their first month of launch, or 15 times more than when we brought Wegovy injectable. When I see volume uptakes like that, I get encouraged about the longer-term future.
I mean, do you worry that the oral Wegovy could cannibalize the Wegovy injection?
The early signals are that some 88% of the patients that are coming into Wegovy pill are buying the lowest dose, the 1.5 milligram of the product. That's a very strong signal to us that these are new patients and not those who are coming from the injectable ones. There could be some small cannibalizations, people who need, to take a pill instead of an injection. But I would say a lot of people have been waiting to use GLP-1s, but injectable was not the path they wanted to take. Wegovy pill gives them the same efficacy as the injectable Wegovy at 16.6% weight loss. So we're seeing a very good uptake of these new people coming in.
Do you feel confident that Novo can compete in the long term, in the long run, without a monthly obesity shot?
Absolutely. First of all, we do have monthly products in our pipeline, and we will share and show that in due course. But more importantly, I feel that Novo Nordisk, by being a focused company, probably has the best pipeline right now in the industry. And we also have manufacturing skills second to none. Two things that many of the new players coming into this market sometimes underestimate. And then we have the commercial capabilities, and we are very quickly learning how to mass product these GLP-1s via our partners. So I feel very confident for the building blocks that Novo Nordisk is building the future.
Mike, I know there's a lot of hope for Kagrisema. How confident are you that you'll get the right trials? I think we're expecting something quite soon on that. And how easy would it be then, if you do get the right approvals and the trials go well, to scale it up?
So we have filed for approval, and we hope to get that approval later on this year. That would make the Kagrisema launch early next year, and perhaps the first amylin molecule, combined molecule, that will hit the market. So once again, testament to Novo Nordisk innovation powerhouse that it is within this area. It's a fantastic drug that I'm looking very much forward to, with the highest efficacy than any other product today marketed. So that's, of course, incredibly exciting. And more to that, we will try to make that the best launch again, only surpassing what we've done now with the Wegovy pill.